Hi, Jeremy from Professionals Real Estate New Plymouth. I'm joined by Chris Rasmussen, Principal of Professionals New Plymouth. Welcome along, Chris.
Thanks.
15 years experience in the industry, a lot of knowledge around the different ins and outs of real estate. So today we're going to have a bit of a talk around the factor of private selling on your property. There can be a lot of risks involved in doing so. So Chris is just going to give us a bit of an idea around some of those. What are some of those risks that you do take when you make that decision to go to market on your own?
Cool. Look, I mean, firstly, anyone can sell privately. There's no denying in that. Any agent that denies that is wrong. But what you really need to think about is what is the risk of selling privately. So you basically get one chance to maximise your sale price, and you need to ensure that with your biggest asset, which is normally your home, that you have maximised that. And there's a lot of things that come into it. Firstly, with us as agents, we have the marketing avenues. So we get into a lot more marketing, the property press, the property weekly. You privately can get into Trade Me, but you can't get into realestate.co or into Open2View or the Professionals website or our Naki real estate website. So you've got a lot in that we cover. Also, when you're selling your own house, probably you've got a job and then you've just incorporated yourself another full-time job.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of hours that go into appointments, answering emails, phone calls and all those side of things. So the time is another big thing. Feedback. This is always a common thing we get with people trying to sell privately, and then we've come in after that. They don't get the feedback. Kiwis don't like offending Kiwis, right? So it's one of our things. So when someone goes through your home and then you ask them, hey, what do they think? And they're like, oh, it's a lovely home. They may just be talking lip service.
Correct.
Because they don't want to offend you as the vendor. So that becomes quite important as well. We get the feedback. One of the other big things, our negotiation skills, like we train weekly on negotiation.
It's what
right?
we do, right?
Yeah,
it's what we do.
It's what we do. So we talk weekly on negotiation, how we can work through different scenarios, and that's massive when it's coming to selling your house. When people try and buy privately, and I have some investors, I've been in it 15 years, I've got investors that I work for, they sell through me, but they actually buy privately. And the reason they do that is they just know private sellers don't have the negotiation skills. One of their dialogues straight away is, well, hey, you're not paying for an agent, so let's knock 15% off the price. And guess what happens?
Yeah. Of course they do. Yeah.
The vendor says, yes, okay, because they don't have that skill set. So that becomes important. You also have increased costs with your lawyer. So, most lawyers are $300 to $350 an hour, or if you use the legal exec, which is under that, might be $150 an hour. When you're selling privately, the vendor's solicitor is the one that prepares every agreement. Now, with the multiple offers that we're having at the moment, Jeremy, as you're aware, we're doing a lot of agreements for different properties. That's correct,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. And that demand's coming in, and that's right. We're not just getting one or two, we are getting a lot in there. So there's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, so the lawyers would be actually doing every agreement, which actually is quite a number.
It would calculate pretty quick.
It would calculate pretty good. And then is obviously the multiple offers. How do you handle that? Like, we do this, we have forms, a whole lot of things that happen in our industry that we look after with those multiple offers that you just struggle to do yourself, to be quite frankly. So you end up potentially either losing the buyers, your potential of losing or maximising or not maximising your sale price becomes quite paramount. And I think you need to really consider those things. And I guess as real estate agents, the two biggest things that we do is we market your property and we negotiate. And those are our two biggest keys. And I just feel as private sellers, they don't actually cover those things off that well.
I think it can be easy to look at it from the outside and think, hey, look, like you're just saying, I can do it all myself, and have that idea. It's going to be easy, and look, it's all just going to happen. But look, there is much more to it, as you've pointed out. And I think if you're aware of that from the outset, when it comes to making that decision on what you do, you're educated, and you know what you're potentially going to be getting yourself into as well.
So look, to be honest, can you sell privately? Yes, you can, no doubt about that. But is it worth the risk? You have one chance to maximise your sale price, and that's something that I think you need to seriously consider. Look, whether that's with us at Professionals or whether it's another agent, that's up to you. look, we'd love to
we
appraise a property.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that, to show you what we can do to make sure you're comparing apples with apples. And Shivers, at the moment, we've got our free digital marketing campaign that we have for people, plus which covers all of those websites. Plus, we have good print media and stuff as well. So obviously love the opportunity to do that, but hey, just always consider it, and no matter where you go, my suggestion or recommendation would be to use an agent.
Cool. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, and that's a lot of good information there. And I think if you want to have a chat about it, this is delivering some good info from our side. But we're happy to have a chat and talk more through how we can work together with you to get the marketing up and running, and to make sure that when you enter into selling your property, that you are going about the right way. And at the end of the day, you're going to come through with the most money in your back pocket, which is what we aim for, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. They call it the net figure. Where do you get the most money in your back pocket is around maximising your sale price. Yes, there's some costs, but that net figure is the money that goes in your back pocket. So that's important.
And I believe there is some statistics around that, as experts have said, or stats have shown in the past. There is a bit of a percentage figure that you can get through a good agent if they're working with you.
Yeah, look, I've got CEO Bindi Norwell of REI&Z talked about, quite a while it came out, about that we're about 10% better. She was discussing around, they've got some stats that are making it look like an agent's 17% better. So if you think of private sellers take off 2 or 3% for your commission fee or performance fee, as we call it, there's still kind of 13 or 14% extra left as the net figure for those vendors. So I think that's super important.
Absolutely, yeah. No. Oh, look, thanks very much, Chris, for taking the time. I hope that has helped to give those viewers a bit more of an idea about what the process they should take, and what they can do to make sure they are getting the best opportunity, their prices getting the best exposure, but also doing that homework and understanding what they need to do to get their property out there. So thanks again, Chris, for your time. Really do appreciate it. And if you want to come and have a chat to us at any stage, please contact us or pop in the office. We'd love to actually sit down, talk with you, and go through the nitty-gritty stuff as well to get that property of yours out there and get the best return you can on it. So thanks again.
All right. Have a great day.
Cheers.